How's it going? I'm Rob. This is the Shirt Peddler. Today we're going to be screen printing some shirts here for Skate Warehouse. And this is Peter and Matt. And they're going to be helping me walk you through the process and show you what goes on here at the Shirt Peddler with screen printing.
All right, so we start off with a customer supplied design. The customer gives it to us. Normally it's not going to be separated correctly for screen printing, so we got to do some editing. But by the end of it, we have a finished design with the different layers that we need. So on this two-color design we have here, we have our underbase color here, which is just going to be a square of white ink. And then we have our color that's going to go around that. So here you can see the design we just had up on the computer. So we have our underbase right here, as well as our color. Just going to lay over it. And then we have an optional detail white, which would lay over that. So just depending on how many pieces we're doing or something, we may not even include that in. We'll go ahead and take our films, especially our multiple color designs, and we're going to go ahead and check them on our light table, make sure we catch any sorts of errors in the design, or try and kind of predict how it's going to print. So if we can catch any issues before we actually image the screens, we can save a lot of time and money on that. So here we have our light table, and we'll just lay down our multiple color designs. Lock them in with we punch holes for registration up top here. So we've got our underbase down, like we discussed on the computer. It's going to be a white square we lay down. We go ahead and lay this film on top. So we're looking to make sure that these squares fit over each other. These are lining up well, so our design's ready to go. We're ready to go image some screens. All right, so this is our screen room where we keep all of our screens. All of our screens are reusable. We coat them all here. Basically, you have a clear mesh, which we coat with a photosensitive silicone rubber type substance called emulsion. We're going to go ahead and throw this one on a 230 mesh on our light table over here. So we're going to set the film down, lock it in where the holes are punched, set our screen over here, put our bleeder cords in, relieve some of the pressure on the screen so it's not sucking it down too tight. So this is going to vacuum the screen down, put pressure against the screen so that it holds it against the film super tight. Basically, if it wasn't held down super tight, you're going to have light leaking out through the sides of the film, so you're going to get kind of a distorted image. So to keep a super clean image, we use this vacuum table. And there the lights kicked in. So that first phase you saw was it's sucking down all the air out of the light table. And now we've actually added the light to the equation here. So the way the photosensitive emulsion works is wherever there's black on the film, it's going to block the light from the screen. So everywhere else on the screen is going to be exposed to light, and it's going to harden that rubber, where it's going to keep the rubber that has the black blocking it soft, so that we can wash it out in our wash-off booth and basically it's water soluble. So we add water to the equation, and it's going to soften up that leftover that hasn't been hardened, and we're going to be able to wash it out so that we have a stencil for screen printing. Take this over to our washout booth. First, we'll just go ahead and hit it with a regular hose here. Hit the front of it, give it another quick rinse. Take our pressure washer. Make sure it's all washed out. And it looks good to go. So now we're going to set it to dry.
So now we're just going to make sure we're going to tape off the area to keep all the ink inside the screen, and it doesn't go through on the back side of the screen to hit the garment, which gets aligned up on the press as far as registration. So we're going to do that process real quick, and then we'll move on to the next one. That's basically it.
All right, so we're just going to show you some color mixing. So there was a custom color on a couple of these. We're going to go ahead and we got a custom brown going. So we went ahead and pulled the Pantone color number off of the original Photoshop file. It ended up Pantone 463. So we're just going to take out our mixing system. We'll go ahead and mix them together to get that ink going. So this is all by weight. Be able to get the exact color. All right, now that we got all our colors added, we'll go ahead and mix these together and it'll become brown.
Okay, so this is our 10 color automatic press. It's a Gauntlet 2. We do all our textile and t-shirt screen printing on this press. It's capable of doing up to 8 colors with 2 flashes. Flashes meaning it'll heat up the ink after it prints the first color, and it'll go around and it'll print multiple colors, and it'll flash again on the opposite side of our press. But we can do 2 detail colors towards the end. Today we're only going to be doing 2 colors, so we're going to set up 2 screens. So the way this machine works, it indexes counterclockwise, so it's like a carousel. It indexes over each print station. It's going to allow one shirt to print at a time. There's 12 loading stations on this press, and there's actually 10 print heads, so we can do up to 8 colors with 2 flashes. This process is loaded one shirt. You load one shirt at a time. As they're loading, there's a guy pulling off the press. It'll go down this conveyor dryer. This conveyor dryer will cure the garments at close to 400 degrees in the actual burner. It can take 5-10 minutes to print shirts, or if we're running really fast, you can do up to 150 shirts in less than 20 minutes on one side. So if you give or take the setup time, it's a good 45 minutes, 2 sides on 150 pieces. So yeah, there you have it. That's the basics in automatic screen printing here at the Shirt Peddler. Pretty stoked to be printing Skate Warehouse. But yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm out of here. Later.
You know what? I've been like seeing the dudes here and there, but I'm doing like this Nike part and I need 2 more tricks left. So I've been really just focusing on that.